YouTube family, I'm here to tell you, Coach Josh Heupel, he got it correct about Nico, and we're going to break it down. But before we break it down, let's play that intro.
Sell cologne and mixtape. I look like I sell cologne and mixtapes outside of a gas station. I don't know if you saw that Ohio State game last year, but I was definitely like the 37th best player on the field. So, yeah, I deserve $4 million a year. I don't know why anyone's surprised that I'm going to leave Tennessee. My name is literally, I am leaving. I'll just say to Tennessee, good luck finding a guy to hand the ball off 40 times a game and overthrow wide open receivers for less than $4 million a year. We don't grow on trees. We knew this day would come. I'm the first ever college football holdout. Everyone probably thought it would be someone that was actually good at football, though. Nope, it's a guy that looks like a fucking Rottweiler.
Move on, and how did you kind of?
I have not.
Trey, and then
thinking that we're not going to do that at Miami. And I say that without any hesitation. If anyone's thinking that, they could be the best player in the world. They would play holdout. They would.
That's right, guys. A lot of people aren't going with this tick for tack from players who think they're above the program. And Josh Heupel did the right thing. Not only did he did the right thing, he put in place an egotistic quarterback who valued himself far greater than what he actually was. We already broke it down on two other videos, his stats. He's an average at best. I mean, average at best, in the words of Kevin Samuels. What are we doing here? I'm about to get on with facts. I'm about to break down Coach Josh on what he had to say. We're going to break it down to a T. Y'all know how we do it here. But before we get started, I need my theme songs. I'm getting a Nico headache right now.
Come down over here and come rock with my man and let it be good, man. Salute.
Yes, sir. Myself a YouTuber because I'm actually in the community and we get uncomfortable so when dudes like you and kings like you saluting me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. You beautiful family. Nah, you, because Nick, let me cut this off.
Man, what's good, YouTube family, man?
You already have, the outtake, your frequency, man. You have good energy, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you inspire me a lot. You don't even realize it, man. But it's good to see somebody on YouTube in real life. You're a real person, man. One man so one thing, I understand your motivation and your appreciation to the youth. Good.
Yeah, I was all right.
This the field, man. This the field, man. Top field, man. Hey.
So a lot of people don't like what Josh had to say and how he conducted himself on handling the Nico situation. So before I give my synopsis and my feelings about it and how Nico just left town and he didn't explain nothing further except how, he got done wrong. We've seen a lot of people say this, that he was done wrong. Well, this is what Josh had to say about the situation.
With Nico, I want to thank him for everything that he's done since he's gotten here. That's as a recruit to who he was as a player and how he competed inside of the building. And so a great appreciation for that side of it. Obviously, we're moving forward as a program without him. I said it to the guys today. There's no one that's bigger than the power T, and that includes me. And they hear me say that a lot inside of that team room. This program has been around for a long time with a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players that came before that laid the cornerstone pieces, the legacy, the tradition that is Tennessee football. It's going to be around a long time after I'm done and after they're gone. And that's what's special about being here is that there is a legacy and a tradition that is so rich and a logo that's recognized not just across the nation but across.
Nico and his representatives in the last 72 hours, and when and why did you make the decision to move on?
Yeah, we had Wednesday was a practice day. Thursday our players were off, and Friday was the first time that we were back in the building as a team. And that was just kind of the structure of the week in the lead up to the spring game, giving those guys a day off. I'm not going to get into the details of everything and the timing of that. That's just in fairness to both parties. But at the end of the day, he's moving on. We're moving on too, and we'll be ready to roll when we get to next fall.
So, in a nutshell, Coach Josh is saying this little jerk jerked us. He went around corners and tried to play us. If you don't know what Nico was doing, Nico knew he was going to do this. I don't know if it was his dad, agents. I put all of them in the same group together. Nico knew exactly what he was working with. Formidable opponent, nah. A below average quarterback at best. Before I continue with this rant, look at this stat here. Below average quarterback at best, or average at best, you guys decide, but he is not elite. Maybe in the high school level he was. Hell, Arch Manning is seeming like he's going to be a better quarterback than Nico, but what Nico was doing was, like NFL players do, he waited the last minute to pull this move in hopes of, I'm going to hurt my team by not giving them a chance to recruit better quarterbacks because I'm still here. I'm not going to let them know I'm leaving yet, because if I did it earlier, they would not negotiate with me. They would let me walk and just get a better quarterback that was available at the time or through the transfer portal. So what Nico did was waited right there around springtime when Tennessee already invested everything into him. That is dirty and shady, bro. Look, I'm all for players getting paid, but we need some rules to this whole NIL thing. And even if college football itself decides to pay players, because never forget what NIL is. It means people outside of the universities are getting to pay the players. But what's going on is they're trying to make the NCAA establishment pay the players. In my opinion, even if the NCAA pay the players, you'll still have the same situation, because you'll have other players who feel that they're far better than player B, player C, player D. Player A is always going to feel better. So how you're going to handle that part? So players will still leave, players will still transfer, because at the end of the day, no matter what rules is set in place to help players out, there has to be self-accountability. There has to be character in that young man, in that young woman. You can't just throw money at it and say it's fixed. Now, you're going to get mad at me and not listen to what I say and think that I'm against players getting paid. No, I'm against divas. I'm against players who are scammers, who use the system for their well-being, who never really intended to be real football players. They just want the money and lost all their passion. Now, what made this more obscene and garbage-like was the fact that, look at Nico payments here, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, am I exaggerating? They paid him what he was worth at the time. And at that time, this was the highest contract paid to a player. Never seen before. These numbers weren't seen. You see what I'm trying to show you guys here? I understand if Tennessee promised them a certain figure and they didn't come through. From all we heard already, Nico has already made over $4 million being at Tennessee in his 2 years alone, because this contract pays him $2 million, actually more than $2 million a year. He's getting $8 million for 3 years only. You guys hear what I'm saying? For 3 years only, because they know he's going to the league. He's NFL bound. I don't think anymore. Stay tuned for my new video that's going to explain Nico is in trouble to get drafted. But let's look at this report more. This deal was not enough for this prima donna diva. He wanted $2 million more. Josh Heupel just did for everybody what we needed a solid coach to do. Now, I'm going to show you more conduct that is unbecoming of a man from what I've seen in Nico. Look when Josh had to find out that Nico was not coming anymore to practice. Hang on, y'all.
Without getting into those details, when was it apparent to you that you would be moving forward?
Friday morning, when he's a no-show, you come off the practice field and there's no communication.
No communications. For all the Colorado transfers that I called out and talked about, you did it worse than them. You had no heart-to-heart conversation with your coach, because I don't even think you players value coaches the same way anymore. You look at them just as dudes in the way of your bag. Let's just be honest. So there's no respect from player to coach anymore. Coaches have always been paid millions of dollars, and they always had respect for you guys. This money is showing who's really the cancer in the locker room. And it isn't the college coaches. I'm going to be honest, it's you players. You players have proven with money, it just enhanced who you really were. A piece of crap type of individual. Forget about football, because this is always bigger than football. It's always deeper than football. If you don't believe me, this is you walking out Peyton Manning, legends like Morgan Wallen, country legend Morgan, that is. And You're promising to win a championship for Tennessee. What about the fans who believe this part right here? It's not like Tennessee didn't take care of you. You didn't win any championship. A lot of teams went to the playoff. Boise State went to the playoff as well. Should we give you $2 more million because of that? Or you're watching other people's pockets. You're watching Carson's Beck pockets. You're watching Mensah, who left Tulane to go to Duke. You're watching his pocket. So because of that, you think you should get paid more. If life worked like that, other quarterbacks should get way more money than what Dak Prescott is being paid. Other quarterbacks should be paid far more money, like Purdy, than what Deshaun Watson is getting paid. And I don't want to hear about what he had with his escapades with these female masseuses, because I believe Watson. I believe he was innocent. But whether he was innocent or not, why would you conduct yourself like that? See, accountability is the best ability to have. Why would Deshaun put himself in that situation? So even though I believe he's innocent, you're guilty for your decisions. And that's how I feel life is. So if it's all said and done, Nico, I'm not available. You're guilty, and college football is done with you. Stay tuned for the next video so I can show you proof how basically his career is in jeopardy. Big time, no matter what skills he has. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. This is disgusting, to say the least. Peace, y'all, man. Like, what y'all wanted me to say about this?